let's make space in it so I can So okay, man, we're gonna help you. The brother, that's the reader, the best reader in South London. Mayam, and you know that name Mayam is water. Water is the word. Yeah. The water of life is the word, man. So that's why when you read with life. You know, and the brother meets with the brother Ariya. His name is nice. Brother, yeah, she's humble. She means good. But the thing about it, she's been damaged. It's like if you look at with her now, you know, she can't bond. She can't bond, man.
No, still, you find out.
Yeah, exactly. You get it. I know. I agree with you. I'm just saying that, you know, 9 times out of 10, that's what happens. You know, the brother Gabar, that's Gabar. Gabar Mitch. You know, we learn how to read as well. You know. So yeah, shalom, shalom to the house of Israel with the Hebrew Israelite. You know,
shalom.
Coming in and out, you know, week in and week out to bring out the gospel and to chant down Babylon. You know, as you already know. So before we start, we'll turn to the east and we'll give our praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Raha, Kodash. Alright, double honors to the apostle of GMS who teach and rule well, the elders, and double honors as well to the brother Ashan. Okay, and you know, peace salutation to the Church of Yahushai, you know, and peace and salutation to the brothers who are in the lot doing the work in the 4 corners of the earth, right? Shalom Wahab to the brothers and the sisters who are awaiting the return of our Lord and Savior, Yahushai HaMashiach. All right? Get ready. Next week, we're going to have to do the intro, yeah?
Next week,
yeah. Next week, we're going to have to do the intro now. Yeah, I'm going to write it down.
No, I wrote it down, bro.
Oh, yeah, we did it last time.
So, rehearse it, that's it.
So, right. So, honestly, we're going to go into the word today. And if you notice today, you know, I mean, it's been like, you know, few Saturday where I went to like I call it the new wine. Yeah. You know, because I always believe that, you know, coming out here and doing the work is one part of it. But the truth has to help you in your everyday walk. Yes. People have to look at you at some point, even if it's not in the beginning, but at some point, they have to look at you and say like, yo, this guy is different, man. The way you interact with your brothers, you're talking about your physical, your family, your physical family, your biological family. The way you interact with them, it will get them thinking, they'll be like, wow, this brother, man. This guy, something is changing. The way you interact with women, the way you interact at work with people, in businesses, wherever you go. The truth is supposed to be a tool that you use in your day-to-day life.
You right, brother?
You know? Other than that, it's just, you know, like the church guys, they go to church on Saturday or Sunday, but from Monday to Saturday, they're living like worldly people. We shouldn't be like that. All right? So, there'll be a lot of reading, but you know, really as far as I'm noting that, you know, but so the book of Acts, we're gonna talk about the book of Acts, you know, and I say when this truth was once don't worry, we're not gonna go necessarily Act, but I call it a book of Acts. I say when the truth was once action-based deed, you know, when the truth was once action-based deeds. But when you read the book of Acts, which is, by the way, the reliving the second, you know, act, the second chapter. See, everything that happened in Acts, and all the actors, they're back today again. Like I always say, they're back today in England, in America, and they're living Acts. But there's some point that I'm missing. You know, like you go to school, you learn something, and your aim is to be better. You know, and that's what we're supposed to be working on as a whole. Like every camp supposed to be working on that. Otherwise, we're just going to be like another group. Okay? Because they are waiting for us to have the manifested power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai on us, you know? The people, the Israelites that we see. Okay? Because the believers, if you remember in the book of Acts, some believer, hundreds people, let's go to it. As the spirit name, let's go to it. Act 2, let's read it, man. We're going to come back to Act 2, but I want you to start at 1. Let's go all the way down. And we're going to see what happened, man.
This is Acts chapter 2,
Right?
verse 1. And when the day
Right?
of Pentecost was fully come,
Right?
they were all
Right?
with one accord
Right?
in one place.
Carry on.
Verse 2. And suddenly
Right?
there came
Right?
a sound from heaven as of a rushing mighty wind,
Right?
and it filled, and it filled all the house where they were sitting.
Right?
Verse 3. And there appeared unto them cloven tongues like as of fire, and it sat upon each of them.
Right?
Verse 4. And they were all filled with the Holy Ghost,
Right?
and began to speak with other tongues,
Right.
as the Spirit gave them utterance.
Right? Carry on.
Verse 5. And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men, out of every nation under heaven. Verse 6. Now when this was noised abroad,
Right?
the multitudes came together and were confounded, because that every man heard them speak in his own language.
Right?
Verse 7. And they were all amazed and marveled, saying one to another, Behold, are not all these which speak Galileans? Verse 8. And how hear we every man in our own tongue,
Right.
wherein we were born?
Now jump to 15.
Verse 15. For these are not drunken, as ye suppose.
Verse 15. Verse 15
It is verse
of Act 1. Oh, go back to Act 1. So go back to Act 1. Verse 15. So like that.
Acts 1, chapter 15.
Right?
And in those days, Peter stood up in the midst of the disciples,
Right.
and said, the number of names together were about 120.
Say that. Read it again. Read it again. Read it again.
Verse 15. And in those days, Peter stood up in the midst of the disciples and said, the number of names together were about 120.
You see that? There's power in the numbers, you know.
Trust me.
There's power in the number, but we're gonna go back into it. We're gonna see the condition of the battle in order for us to be great in this ministry. Because first of all, you have to understand what you're in. You gotta understand why am I in this truth? This is not just like something to come, like a little sport, they get together, a gathering every Saturday, and we go home. No, this is real brotherhood, man.
It's the Spirit of the Most High putting the Spirit on us to wake us up
Right?
in these last days.
Now, go to number 6 and 26. Let's read something, man. Number 6 and 26. You know? Because this is serious. This is why a lot of people, a lot of brothers come in this truth and they leave.
What number?
Because once they understand that it's serious, then they're like, wow, I didn't know it was that serious. It takes a lot in this truth, man. It takes a lot in this truth. It takes a lot out of you, man. Read it, 6 and 26, what I say.
This is Numbers chapter 6, verse 26. The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace.
Is that it? That's in Numbers.
Numbers chapter 6, verse
Shalakia.
26.
Exodus 6 and 26. Exodus 6 and 26.
No.
Exodus.
Exodus 6 and 26. Yeah, I said Numbers. I don't know why I said Numbers, but even that precept is good as well. There's no such thing as mistake in this ministry. You know, even the one that you read is good. You know?
Bro, focus on the scripture, man. Don't worry, man, about that, bro. You can get any guy.
Oh, your word is just like sometimes with the word in it, like, it's not easy.
Don't let them take
Sometimes brother wake up and it's like he told us the world. He's doing his best, bro. He's coming every Saturday.
Don't
He
even
reads.
want to Ezekiel, Exodus.
This is school as well, you know. This is school, man.
Yeah.
You gotta have a lot of patience when you're in this ministry.
Exodus, what number?
A lot of patience, man.
6 verse
You know.
26. Okay, then you are the
Ready?
yeah.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 6, verse 26. These are the Aaron and Moses, to whom the Lord said, bring out the children of Israel,
Bring out the children of war, right?
from the land of Egypt,
From the land of Egypt, carry on.
according to their armies.
According to the armies. This truth is like getting enrolled in the army. Now let me ask you, brothers, a question. When you get into the army, I'm sure you have people, brothers or friends that joined the army, or you watch the army thing on YouTube or on TV, right? Can you do what you want in the army?
No, everything.
What happens when you do what you want in the army?
Kick you up.
Punishment.
And you know that on a certain level, if you desert, you know it's punishable by death.
But if you leave the army,
If you went to war and you signed a contract in that,
yeah.
and then you leave, you know it's punishable to death.
But the UK,
In general, real thing. Right now, with the modern ways of doing things, that will leave you like that. But normally they kill you, man. Because guess what? You went into the army and you've got 6 7 secret, you learn the ways. So you could go and be a mercenary to another army, to another spy. You could be a spy against them and that. So they don't want that. You become an agent, so they kill you. So coming back to this truth now, this is like an army, man. This is warrior shit. Now, when you go to the army, every 5 o'clock in the morning, you have to wake up and do what? Push up.
Push up.
You have to condition yourself, right?
Clean your bed.
You have to clean your bed.
Clean your
It's,
boots.
right. It's very rigid, right?
listen to that general or the sergeant.
Well, but that's why you're catching hell in this truth. That's your conditioning. You understand that?
Yeah.
So you gotta understand it and accept it and trust it. Because you got people getting in the army and they're trusting men. And they're fine, they're doing the thing. It's okay. But at the end of the day, you gotta follow an order. And the problem with brothers in this country and Europe and whatever,
Discipline.
they're not disciplined, they don't like order. They don't like to be told. You gotta be told, man. If you wanna grow in this thing, you gotta have someone telling you, oh bro, this is how you move. Bro, this is how you move. Bro, this is how you move. Because if you don't listen to the brother that the Most High bring to you, you know who you gonna have to listen to? The Most High. Let me tell you something. I'd rather have a brother telling me stuff. A brother that's over me, that brought me in this truth, telling me, yo, bro, you have to move this way, and I order, and I obey his order, not because it's God, but because I understand order done. If I don't listen to you, you know what I'm gonna have to listen to? Yahweh. And when let me tell you something, when Yahweh has to speak to you, it's not a pretty thing, you know? Because everything that you got right now today is who gave it to you? Yahweh gave it to you, man. The same God that gave it to you, he can take it away from you, you know? I'm sure you've been through pain. I'm sure you've been without money before. What make you feel you cannot bring you back to that place? So as student,
humble yourself.
right? As carry on, man. You want to speak,
That's
man.
speaking. Basically, you gotta stay humble, man.
Right.
And be lonely, man. Because obviously, like you said, the most I can take it in a flash.
Right. He can take it in a flash, man. And you don't, and it's not pretty. Yeah, don't worry, man. Don't worry, you can't do nothing against us, man.
Sure.
No? You can't do nothing against us. That can be agent. This guy over there? That guy over there?
Yeah.
That guy?
No. The one.
Astor, it's over there.
Oh, the shop right there. That's this way.
No, it's not direct to that Astor.
It's okay, man. It's okay. We're supposed to give. Hey, when you're outside, yeah, when you come outside, you try to do the work, you know where you are? you become
Sick,
public
yeah.
property.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's right. I believe it's Levi.
Yeah?
But then they're Levi.
He probably leave that.
The way he moves, isn't it?
Yeah, he's not Benjamin.
Definitely spiritual, bro.
Yes. But right now the Most High put him somewhere like that, and hopefully near the end he will release that demon that's solid.
Yeah.
You know? Because remember the book he gave me? That means he was studying before. Don't worry, man. So us, but you know. If he can, you see, if he can be clean like that, that means you know the Most High is working. Now, we have to understand why we were called in this truth. We were called to preach the gospel to our people who became Eurocentrics. Why? Go to Jeremiah 7:4. We're gonna start with the basics, man, and we're gonna build up. You know, we're gonna build up, man. You know, Jeremiah 17:4. Jeremiah 17:4.
Ready?
All right, read it, man.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17,
Right?
verse 4.
Bring that out.
And thou,
Uh-huh.
even thyself,
And thou, even thyself,
shall discontinue
shall discontinue
from
right?
thine heritage
from thy heritage,
that I
right?
gave thee.
That I gave thee. So our people don't know who they are. All right? They call themselves Jamaican,
They're stripped from their
African, Caribbean, but we are the Israelite, right? So we don't know who we are. All right? And that's a prophecy right there manifesting. When we ask these people in the street, they're looking at us like, what are you talking about? Why? Because
Discontinue from the heritage.
go on, speak in my language.
Yeah, because they discontinue from the heritage. That's
Right.
why they don't know who we are, bro.
That's right.
So, like, Hebrew Israelites don't know who we are, bro.
Right.
Like, some people can go through their life not knowing, bro, but they need to be enlightened like people like us.
That's
No,
right.
it's because some of their families never taught them. They never knew.
That's right.
And some of these women, some of the mothers and fathers, they brainwash them with Christianity and religion instead of coming back to the truth.
Right.
Some of them, this is all they know, England. They've never jumped on it. Some of them don't even know the different areas of London.
Right. Now read Deuteronomy
Let me finish
20.
the
Hold on. Let him finish. Then we have to read and we have to be in order.
And I will cause thee
Uh-huh.
to serve thine
Right.
enemies in the land
Right.
which thou knowest not.
Right.
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Malak, when he reads, let him read it. I know that sometimes you want to read it because you want to like follow it, but just read it in your heart and then let him
Wow.
read. Read it again from the top, Malak, man.
This is Jeremiah,
Bring that up.
chapter 17,
Uh-huh.
verse 4.
Right?
And thou,
Uh-huh.
even thyself,
Right?
shall discontinue
Shall discontinue.
from thine heritage
Right?
that I gave thee,
Uh-huh.
and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
And I will cause thee to serve. So the Most High caused us to serve our enemies, man.
in the land
In the land.
which thou knowest not.
Come on, man.
For ye have kindled, this is the worst one. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger. This is the man, look. Which shall burn forever. So like, anger
But,
does
so
not
but
forever.
when he said forever, it doesn't mean that it's going to be mad at us forever. But it,
No,
it
it's gonna
speaks
have it.
of,
You're gonna have it inside.
Right.
Of them, like that kindle of fire.
yeah, but it's
That's
for
gonna
a,
burn
for,
long
for a
time.
long time. That's it. Forever. You see, Miami, man. Miami is bringing the word out, bro. I think because we saw the since we saw the chariot, something is going on, isn't it?
think?
Yes. That's how the Most High work, you know. It took you a long time to see the chariot. But you saw the chariot now, and then you start to speak more, bit by bit. Before you know, you're going to become, hey, only the Most High knows, man. All right? So, you see that now? Go to Deuteronomy 28 and 28. It's not me saying that. It's the Bible says that, man. And we live in what the Bible says, man. No one can come. That's why people, when they come against us, they always fail. You got these demonic, these guys, man. See, these were the firewood, man. That's all they know. That's all these little might know. Really. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 28.
It's the book of Deuteronomy,
Bring that out.
chapter 28. You're Leviticus, bro. Yeah. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28,
Right.
verse 28.
Bring that out.
The Lord shall smite thee with madness
Right?
and blindness.
So,
And blindness
and blindness, you see?
and astonishment
Right?
of heart.
So this is how people are blind. How
Madness.
people, do you remember that guy that came from Trinidad? That say, I'm an atheist, I don't believe in nothing. That's the blindness.
Yeah.
That's the curse, man. Astonishment of heart, meaning they don't know a thing, bro. They don't even know who you are.
You see if he doesn't want to know, or he's just
Ignorant.
even ignorant.
No, but that's the curse.
Or stubborn.
That's the curse, man. That's why when you read Proverbs 20 and 24, which I read to him,
Yeah.
when you read Proverbs 21 and 1, right, you can see what he says. He says that we are, okay, a product of the Most High moves. Whatever he wants us to go, that's what we are.
Yeah.
Right? So, under the curse, our people will be blind. So this is what's going on. So us now, we're coming out, standing right there, though no one listen, what do we have to do? Prophesy to the winds. Right? But believe you me, the
saints are
prophesying...
gonna take the
Malak,
kingdom.
hold on, please.
So,
The fact that we're prophesying to the winds,
Yeah.
all right, what it's going to do, it's gonna touch brothers like him, this guy. You see that? Because let me tell you something. When he speak to the brother, yeah, we're ministering to him, but the most I say, just give him the word. It's like you got a bottle.
Give me a snippet.
You got a bottle, and then you put some water slowly,
Yeah.
and it's filling up slowly. And when you get to the top, boom, the water is full. I mean, the bottle is full. Yeah, bro. So how you doing, bro?
Well, go on, Michael.
You're good.
Left side.
Reverence,
How's it going, bro?
reverence. Nobody can change it. Just be forward. Nobody can.
That's right.
Come on, Michael. Let's get a word, man.
Don't worry, his time is coming, bro. His time is coming. His time is coming. His time is coming.
Soon, man. Soon.
You know, Michael, I don't know what happened, but you know, the Most High gonna do his thing, man, in Michael's life, man.
You just need to tune to the right channel,
You know what I
innit?
mean? Yeah, I see it. Right now, it's a bit stuck, you know, it's a bit stuck, but the Most High gonna make a way, man. All right, so now, let's go to 2 Peter 3. Remember, I'm talking about what we're doing right now, you know, as men of the Lord, you know. This is what we're doing right now. 2 Peter 3, and start at 1. You know, I believe 1 to 3, man. Slowly, let's get into it, man. So that's an introduction to everything. So bear with us. Learn to sit down and get the knowledge, bro. Learn to sit down and get the knowledge. This is how you grow. You can't be just watching it like that, and then after 15 minutes, you just go to the next one. No, sit down and be focused, man. All right?
Let's go.
Carry on.
This is 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 1. This second epistle,
Right?
beloved, I now write unto you, in both
Right?
which I stir up with pure minds,
Right? See that?
by way of
You
remembrance.
see that? So, how can he speak about remembrance unless we already have the information? You gotta understand, every Israelite like you see in the street right there, back in time, they knew that they were Israelites. They may have not been a prophet in that, but they were keeping the law to the best of our ability. They grew up as Israelites. Now, forward now in this society, moving, you see that now they don't even know who they are. They stay, why? But all it takes is the right word to stir up the mind in order for them to remember who they were. And that's how we came in the truth, you know. We didn't know who we were, but it was there in our soul. We heard it, and then something happened. Like there was like, you know how the radio before, from channel to channel, you move that little button.
Yeah.
And you move from one channel to the next channel.
Sure, yeah.
And then but you're looking for the channel you want to listen to some hip hop, right? That's why
About radio
I used to
TV.
do right the radio.
Yeah.
And then as you turn, you go like that. This is Roger Ran. Like no, what is?
No,
And then you
that
move
one.
to the next one. This is hip hop Saturday.
Yeah,
Hip hop.
that's right.
That's right. And you leave it there and you chill.
Yeah.
You start to listen to it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's music to your ears. It's the same thing with the truth. When you listen to it, you're captivated by it, right?
When I first saw you and my band,
Right.
It was beautiful, man.
Calm, man. I remember that.
I love
I remember that
this
yesterday, man.
Bro, I was like, yes, this is what I need. Like, I need this in my life.
Yeah, every time you came, you stood all the way to the end.
Come on, man.
Then you went, you came back. But then, when I took your number, you know, after you were doing your own thing, and I'm like, okay,
Well,
that's
after a
fine.
month or two, innit?
Yeah, and then
I
boom,
still
one day.
trying to have rehearsed those.
Yeah.
You know?
Then I saw you one day, you came, I said, yo, bro, man. And you said, you came. What you came? You came, and I said, you know what? Come Saturday, man.
Yeah.
You know, and whatever. And that's how you, before you knew it, you had your garments on. Before you knew it, you started to read. Because when you came, those brothers, Yankwab and Mama Allah was there, Yankwab was learned. And this is what I'm giving you I'm giving you this as an advice as your brother. Take your time to learn. Take your time to learn.
That's what I needed to hear.
You know?
When I learn, I always even learn last minute. Or I kind of rush it. But yeah, I learn last minute. But I just need to sit down. I know I got time on my side, you know. I read all the times, you know.
Take your time to learn, man. You know, don't rush it. Right now you're reading, you're good.
Yeah.
You see, when the Most High is ready for you, you're gonna be organic, you're gonna be strong. Brothers that came and then we put them on quickly, they started to teach quickly, they don't appreciate it, they fall off. So you don't appreciate it, but when you go slowly but surely and you take time for it to answer you.
It's like you're seasoning the meal, isn't it? When
Exactly.
you're brushing all the ingredients at once, it's like, nah, that's a bit nasty, but when you're taking your time, you're stirring it, you're tasting it, you're stirring it, adding a bit more, then you're like, yeah, this is the right flavor.
The right flavor. And even when you cook something, when you put something in the oven, if you put it to 150 or 170 and that, it's all good, it will take time. But if you go to now 200, 220, it will quick, but it won't be, it will be dry and burn. That's what happened to that, the 7th day of our Pasach. The first day I did the meat, it was okay. But the second time, even though I seasoned it, I rushed it. And you can see, you see that I burned it a bit. It was a bit dry.
No, it's still edible though.
It was edible, but it wasn't, if I took my time to do it, it would have been more flavored, more, it was flavored.
It is what it is though.
Yes, but I say that to explain that you shouldn't rush it.
Is that Garvey? Is that Marcus Garvey? Yeah, Marcus Garvey.
Yeah, man.
On the bus,
it looked like Marcus.
Yeah,
Marcus down there.
Marcus on the left.
All right, so let's go to 1 Corinthians 12, man.
She got into it, man.
1 Corinthians 12, man, 1 and 2. Let's go into it, bro. You know, let's do the work. You know, and I say that's one part of the work. Now, 1 Corinthians, which is the New Testament, 1 Corinthians chapter 12. I say New Testament.
That's what, 12?
Yeah, chapter 12, 1 to 2.
Okay.
Wait for me, huh? This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 1. Now, concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I will not have you ignorant. Verse 2. Ye know that ye are Gentiles.
No, read it properly.
Well, verse 2. Ye know that ye were
Right?
Gentiles.
You see that? Carry on.
Carried away
Carried away
unto these dumb idols.
onto these dumb idols. These dumb idols is Islam, is Greco-Roman Christianity, is money, is hustling. Everything that you put before your God, man, that's the idol, bro.
Even as ye were led.
You see that? So we were Gentiles before. We weren't always here wearing garment and teaching. We were naked at some point. All right? People used to be in all sorts of different things, right? Do you understand that? But the Most High now is calling us to preach to these brothers. Just like when I saw you, just like I saw you here in front of Tesco, right? You came into your right mind. And that's what you now are doing. You were given this truth, then you're giving it in your own way by coming and standing there as a, because when you come and stand there, you give yourself as a sacrifice to the altar. This is the altar. This is church. we are living sacrifice. That's one. Second, when you read like you read, you're now giving back. So when people say, oh, what are you doing for the community? We're doing the best ever. Look, people that have money, they come here and they give turkey, they're giving out turkey. How people don't need turkey, man? How people don't need giveaway? Yeah, they might need it for a season, but what they need to for their life to change is the truth, man.
Change the life in the
And that's what right, and that's what I say as people. How ministry shouldn't be limited just to come out here and just teach the word and go home. We have to first change it in our lives first, transform ourselves, and then when people see us, they're like, yo, this guy, your family members, your colleagues, your friend, when they see you, you know, they're like, you know what, bro, this guy is changing for real. You can't be a nigga and you just come in like, no. There has to be a change in a way, man. All right? So we have to remember that. Okay? Carry on. Are you done?
So 1 to 2.
Are you ready, yeah? So now that we spoke about what we're supposed to do, all right? But how do you become effective? Because when you read the book of Acts, hey, them brothers, them the disciples, they put it down, man.
Sure.
They were healing people. They were doing miracles. The power was on them.
Yeah.
So when you do this ministry, your power needs to be on you. Otherwise, you're going to be an empty vessel. Or you're going to be an empty a vessel of wood.
You don't want that. You want to be gold. You want to be gold.
You want to be a vessel of gold, man.
True.
You don't want to be a vessel of wood. You want to be a vessel of gold. Silver and gold.
I prefer silver over gold though. I prefer silver over gold though.
But gold is the highest.
I know, but like, yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, gold is the
When I go to a
highest.
jewelry store,
that's
I know, but when I see it, it's like, I always prefer gold than silver.
I just have gold and silver.
Yeah.
Whenever
in the
yeah,
jewelry
that's
shop,
good, that's good. Yeah,
I don't even really look at the silver. So
That's
that's why
good.
if I'm going to be a vessel, I like to be a vessel of gold.
And I respect that, brother.
Love.
You know what I mean? I respect. Hey, we have to aim high, man.
Trust me.
We kings. A kings want to play with gold.
Trust me.
A king play with the best of the best, but
Rubies,
honestly,
diamonds.
we are reduced to this, lowly nature and spirit that we in for a reason. And before we carry on, I want you to get the Apocrypha and get Sirach too, because you're speaking about something that
Sirach,
is good. Yeah, and no, Sirach, which is Ecclesiasticus, man. Just a little bracket that I'm opening, and that will close,
What
and we're going to
chapter?
carry on. Chapter 2, the second chapter. Talking about the gold and that. But this is how you become gold in this truth,
Where am I
man.
going?
Do you have the Apocrypha? No, you don't.
Yeah, I have the
You have it. Go to Ecclesiasticus.
What verse?
Chapter 2, we start at 1, don't go 1 minute all the way to 4 or 5.
No, that's the Bible, bro.
Do you have the Apocrypha, man?
I got the Apocrypha on this.
All right, so let me see. Check.
Ecclesiastes there.
No, that's
That's the Bible. No, that's it.
Yeah, I got the Bible. I got the King James, the Apocrypha
oh,
on
yeah.
this.
So go to chapter 2.
Chapter 2, verse 1. Yeah.
Let's read it now.
This is the book. The Wisdom of Yahweh Shai, of Sirach,
Right?
or Ecclesiasticus,
Right.
chapter 2, verse 1.
Bring that out.
My son,
My son,
if thou come to serve the Lord,
if that come to, so now you want to serve the Lord, right?
Yeah.
This is the example. This is the advice that the Most has given you. Carry on.
prepare thy soul for temptation.
It's not going to be easy. Temptation means difficulties, hardship,
Temptation's temptation, brother.
voice that will come in your
Yeah.
head and say, yo, man, I can't do it. It's too long,
Or
man.
do this, do that.
I'll do this, do that,
And your flesh is like, ah.
Right.
But then like, your carnal side will be like, I want to do it.
Right.
And your flesh then your spirit's like, nah, it's not good.
Right.
And then your flesh is like, no, fuck. So, nah,
Yeah,
you know what, I
it's
want
a
to do it. And then obviously it leads you to sin. I want to sin leads you to.
Right. Death. That's it right there. You see?
So,
The brother summarized it beautifully, man. Read it.
verse 2.
Right?
Set thy heart aright and constantly
Right?
endure
And constantly endure
and make not haste
and make no haste
in the time of trouble.
in the time of trouble. You see, so don't be panicking when time gets difficult when you're hit with a situation and it's hard, don't despair, don't get discouraged. That's the Most High working in you, bro. This truth here, you gotta have mad faith. You gotta be crazy. It's not a normal thing. It's not for the weak people. It's not for the simple, man. All right? It's not for the weak, not for the simple. This is warrior stuff, man. Because remember, it's easy to do wickedly, but it's very hard to do what's right. Because we see this beautiful thing going on. Don't think that I don't see. I see everything that's beautiful. Them little things that I like passing by like that. But discipline, you gotta do the work. You do your thing and pray to the Most High. Because at the end of the day, if he like me and I jump on her or whatever, what if the spirit is not, right? That's another situation. So that's part of the truth having, control over you. Like the truth needs to be controlling you. You know when you have a dog on a leash. Huh?
The truth is our woman.
It's our woman, man. Every time we get hot, we're gonna see if he pour us. We see the things, but what can we do? Anyway, read it, carry on, my life. We're not done. It's not finished, Ooh, it's not finished. We just begun. It's not even finished. But we're gonna close that bracket and we're gonna get back to the book of Acts,
Verse 3. Cleave unto him and depart not away, then thou mayest be increased in thy last end.
You see that? So if
thy last end,
if you persevere, you shall be increased in the end. Hey, that's the way. Carry on.
What do you mean increased? You mean uplifted?
You're gonna be blessed. Let's say you're looking for a job, you can't find it. You've been looking for this job, you can't find it. But you persevere, you didn't give up. The Most High will give you the job.
opportunity will come.
Opportunity will come.
That's why we gotta stay positive.
You gotta be positive. If you have this truth, you gotta learn how to cultivate positivity. Because you've got the creator, the king of the universe on your side. If things are not happening because it's not meant for it to happen. Nothing happened before it's time.
Definitely, everything takes work.
You know what I'm saying? It takes time. When you plant a seed in the ground, it takes time for you to be able to see it come out and become a plant, right? So carry on, my life.
Verse 3 Verse 3. Cleave unto him,
right?
And depart not away.
And depart not away.
That thou mayest be increased.
That thou mayest be increased.
At thy last end.
At thy last end.
Verse 4.
Right?
Whatsoever.
Hello, my sister. How you doing? You right? It seemed like you heard about us being Israelite, right? That's right. That's what she told me. And she was giving me that smile. Be blessed. Or stay blessed. All right?
Verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient. When thou art changed to a low estate.
You see that? When thou art changed to the low estate, so you can be. Hey, you say to yourself everywhere you go. That's so it's everywhere this guy, everywhere the guy, Brother Kabal goes, people like the brother, like there's an energy about you, isn't it? Everywhere you go, even the training guy, you can go there and walk in. Like people say, yeah, pass by.
I don't want to snitch on my brother because I don't want to get in fight.
No, but hey, no one is watching that though. But you know what I'm saying? There's something, right? But that's because of the greatness that you represent. Like this brother, he knows a lot of people, he has connection, but he's humble. If you don't know the brother, you wouldn't even know that he holds certain keys. Man hold the Tudor's keys, isn't it? The Tudor's keys, man.
I have knowledge about that.
Man got connection, bro, but man is very, very lowly. That's the Most High made you like that.
Yeah, sure.
He made you like that because he doesn't want you to be proud. What does the Bible says about pride? He said,
Khalil, shut up, brother.
That's fine, bro. That's fine. But my point is this: he made us low. Right? Look, one brother told me, a brother that you know, Ashad. He told me who I am. He told me what prophet I am. He was able to do Oracle, deciphered. And he said, Malak, I'm telling you, you're that prophet in the Bible. But I will never say that. I won't say it. But if you look at me and you think this guy, if I tell you what prophet I was coming back, yeah, you'll be like, nah, this guy will be like, how do you say nah? Say it.
Nah.
You'll be like, nah, you see? But because we were made, well, read that part again. That's what I'm saying. This you see, this Bible is the real thing, you know. But because brothers don't pay attention, that's why they get distracted. If you pay attention, you won't take this truth seriously, man.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2,
right?
Verse 4.
Right?
Whatsoever is brought upon thee,
right?
Take cheerfully, and be patient. When thou art changed,
right?
To a low estate.
When thou art changed to a low estate, read it.
Verse 5. For gold,
right,
is tried in the fire.
For gold. So you say that's the reason why I brought it out. Because I was going there. You say you prefer gold over anything, right?
Yes,
you prefer gold over silver, now, right?
Yes.
Gaba, you prefer that as well?
You got platinum, you got platinum too.
Yeah, but gold is.
I like white gold as well.
Gold, yeah, but gold. Okay. Bro, alright.
He knows.
Bro, but we're gonna read the precept after that, yeah, to show you the best gold that the Most High wants us to be. But obviously, the fact that you love gold, but now read it. You love gold, right? You love gold, read it.
Verse 5.
Right.
For gold is tried in the fire.
What? Read it again.
Verse 5.
Right?
For gold
is
tried
in
the fire.
See, in the fire. Read it, what I say again? Anything more?
Unacceptable.
And what?
Unacceptable.
Yeah? Man.
In the furnace.
Of
adversity.
So the acceptable are the great men, right, are put in the furnace of adversity. That's why you catch hell being in this truth. Things are not going the way you want them to go. Okay? That's it right there, man. Now, as far as gold, I want you to go to Isaiah 13 and 12, man.
Before I go with that,
yeah, bring it out, man.
Obviously, Daniel the prophet, isn't it? Him, Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. I think
it was Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego.
Yeah, Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. Obviously, King Nebuchadnezzar put them in the fire furnace. So they must have been acceptable men. Like, is that similar to what we're reading?
So what he says is like, that was physical, but in our lifetime, it's spiritual. We go through adversity in that, right? Why? Because of our greatness. Because the Most High made us, we're so great spiritually that us doing the work, we have to go through the fire. And while we're going there, let me find a precept for you. You don't understand something.
Was it Isaiah?
No, you don't understand the fire, because people don't understand sometimes why you have to go through the fire and that. Let me show you.
This is real what you're talking
about. That's how strong your faith is.
Yeah.
And what God you're serving, basically.
You're for us as well.
Whether we're serving mankind or the Most High Yahweh that put us in this low state.
You gotta be patient.
You're gonna understand something today, man. You're gonna learn something today. You know? Right? So let me check something quickly. Give me a second, yeah? Give me a second quickly, man. So that's and the Spirit told me to get that on, but I neglect that verse. Now you see he came back. I never knew he was gonna come back. I thought. So he says, what's going on? What's going on?
No, I'm just connected on the wrong side, you know. Trust me, sure, you know what I'm saying?
That's beautiful, man. You know, that's beautiful. Wherever you go through, the Most High got you, man. You know what I'm saying? I know. You're a strong brother, man.
Fight,
just fight. Don't let it. Listen, you're a mighty warrior, bro. No one come and stand here. It's been 1 year. You haven't missed one Saturday.
No,
it's only a Saturday that when you went to that wedding, when something happened there, I let you go and do your thing. You know, it is what it is. Yeah. Your friend married you. I said, don't worry. You understand what I'm saying, man? You gotta understand what's going on, man. Now, I can't find it, man. Oh Lord, I bless you. Alright, no, it's okay. For the sake of we're gonna read for stop time. Let's read Exodus 3. 2 to 3, man. Let me see if I can find another one.
Verse 3, yeah? Exodus chapter 2. Hold on, is it chapter 2, verse 3?
Exodus 3, 2 and 3.
Exodus 3, 2 and 3. Exodus 3. Exodus chapter 3. Verse 2.
So like Israel, man, sometimes it gets like that.
And he went up into the hill to receive the told to get the commandments and to go back downstairs and told his people, Israel, keep the commandments. They were worshiping the goats and
Yeah, just read it, man.
and he
Read
just
it.
smashed.
Let's get footage. Read it, man. Read it.
Ready? This is Exodus
Read that.
chapter 3,
Bring that up.
verse 2.
Bring that up.
And the angel
Right.
of the Lord
Right.
appeared unto him in the flame
Right.
of fire out of the midst of a bush.
You see that? So let me tell you something, yeah. I thought before my understanding of it was like he was in the chariot. They were like he was in the chariot. But actually, that was fire. You know that. You know my point is the Most High Yahweh dwelled fire around him. You know. He's a spirit that fire. That's why even the angels are made of fire, man.
So the assessment's over, yeah?
Huh?
No, it's not over, but yes, it will be over very soon. But before the assessment is over, you gotta have to come back to it.
Message to the Chief Justice. What's that mean, yeah?
No. He's not done, but it's not enough. Look, in order for you to, it's like if I come and speak Chinese, you don't understand Chinese, but you understand me. So he speak. Hey yo, bro, I'm gonna be of respect, bro. I'm gonna be of respect.
Right, and you all trying to beg me for money.
Let's read it, man. I was on the bus and this big man was getting beat up by his woman.
We're not snowing, remember?
This guy, yes.
Smarter than
Man, I was on the bus right now. I was coming just slacking in front of that church, man. Man was moving backward and that. I'm looking at this guy and I'm thinking, now people, that's why I say, look, you have to come to this truth, man. Read it, man.
Yeah, but the minerals,
That's why a woman is beating him. That's the most I doing that. Because he does, you see, he's dissing us as being an Israelite. But as long as you diss us, your woman will always beat you. That's how the most I move. Yes. I'd rather have a man checking me than a woman.
No.
For you, a woman slapped you, you can't do nothing. You're moving like that, you're drunk. You know why? The Most High, he's humbling you, man.
I've been telling him to wake up.
let's go.
He ain't gonna wake because he's stubborn. He's stubborn. That's why a woman is beating him. Every time I turn around and talk on him, I see this guy getting beat up by a woman. Let's carry on reading.
Stay
Man.
inside, fam.
Let's read it.
Well, I'm reading from the top again now. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 3,
Read it.
verse 2.
Right?
And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him
Right?
in a flame of
So I
fire.
was saying that the Most High is a fiery spirit. He dwells in fire, bro. And I'm going to show you something. He dwells in fire, bro. That's why we have. Hey, how people don't like fire? You know what? Esau, yeah, and destroy people's soul. Right? They're used to facility. They don't even like hardship. How people, they want to wake up and get the dough and drink, you know, and then be simple and be slapped around by a woman. That's what they like. Hey, but if you don't come with the Most High, you're gonna have to deal with power because the Most High is fire. If you wanna come, if you say you're a man, if you say you're godly, and you wanna move to that power, yeah, you're gonna have to deal with fire, you know.
It's all baby talk, boy. It's all baby
You're gonna have to talk fire. But like, read it. Like, he's not talking to us anymore. He's not talking to us. He's talking to himself. Read it, man.
It just makes you go sleep. I mean, you become in a
Yeah, but at least, hey, if we asleep, at least we asleep with a good wine. You asleep with some cheap beer, bro. You asleep. You asleep with some beer, bro. Hey, I'm asleep with a good wine. You asleep with some cheap beer. Now, which one is worse? And I bet you no one is coming and slapping me. I bet you, I don't care who it is. I'm dying for the Most High Yahweh, Shem Yahweh, let alone a woman beating me. You're crazy, man. Hey, that's why I love this shoe, because this shoe will make you a man, bro. All these men that claim that they're men, but they act like women and getting beaten by women because they're not even men anymore, man. Bro, you don't want me to fight. If I slap you, you ain't gonna get up. I'll put my hand on the Bible. If I slap this brother, you're not gonna get up. Read it.
You're loud. Man, woman,
Come on,
can't be
read it,
tough, man.
read it,
Listen,
man.
you know, man,
Let's have mercy on you. Let's have mercy.
right now, bro. Listen, I
Let's
don't
have mercy
feel like
on
I'm a man beating an society, bro.
Yeah, man, like, read it.
Feminine spirit.
He can't read anymore. He can't read anymore.
Who are you?
He's smiling. He's laughing. No, don't worry, bro. Hey, brother, stop it.
Let me read the word, man.
Fuck this and read, man. That shit is comical. That shit is comical. That shit is comical, bro.
Yeah, about you, man, it's not
That shit is comical.
Hey, give us peace, man. Chill.
But like, let's focus. Hey, that's the spirit right there. You know, when you bring the word, bro.
Don't lick it, big it up though.
When you bring out the truth, the spirit gonna manifest.
No man here who that.
Man, I hope you let the question. Hey, that's the word. Hey, ask the brother Abadan. We went through worse than that, bro. We went through worse in Brixton, bro. That's nothing. That's baby stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, he's a baby, man.
And read it again.
Yeah, read it again.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 3, verse 2. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in the flame of fire.
In the flame of fire. So I was saying that our power dwells with fire. There's fire around our power. Read it out.
Out of the midst of a bush.
Right.
And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire.
Right.
And the bush was not consumed.
You see that? So he's fire, bro. He's a different sort of fire. Now, go to Daniel 7, okay, verse 3, and let's jump. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited.
Verse 3, and Moses said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight. Why the bush is not burnt.
You see that? You see that? And that was the power, but it was showing you his power. How can you have fire on those acacia, trees, and normally it burns? But there was fire without burning. But he was just showing him, and he said, I'm a fiery power.
Can't be put out.
When Moses went before him, when he came back, he came different. That's what we're going to read right in Daniel 7 and 9.
You think Moses' hair changed to white as well? Or not?
What you mean?
Like obviously when Yahweh presented himself to Moses, you think Moses' face, his beard, his hair.
Maybe, but my point is this, he became darker, man. I know that for sure, and I'm going to prove it to you. Go Daniel 7 and 9.
Where?
Daniel 7 and 9, man. That's why I believe in the kingdom we're going to be dark, man. Like them angels are dark.
7 and 9.
They're black, very pitch black. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the power, man.
Sir, you tell me something in Allah
Read it.
where they say, defend thyself.
Daniel
Tell me
7:9.
about defend yourself, bro. Tell me where you love each other, but tell me about how do you defend yourself in other ways.
Daniel 7 and 9.
This is the book of Daniel,
Right.
chapter 7, verse 9.
Right.
I beheld
Uh-huh.
till the thrones
I beheld to the throne,
were cast down,
right?
and the Ancient of Days
And an Ancient of Days,
did sit,
right?
whose garment
Uh-huh.
was white as snow,
Right?
and the hair, and the hair
Right.
of his head
Of his head,
like the pure wool.
right?
His throne
Right?
was like a fiery
Right?
flame.
You see that?
And
His
his
throne was like
wheels-
what? His throne was like what?
His throne
What?
was like a fiery flame.
Like
Fiery flame, man.
Feel like bronze.
Listen, fiery flame.
And his wheels
right, carry
as
on.
burning fire.
You see that? So you had a chariot as well. You had a chariot, but you had fire as well in the midst. That's the reason why. Now let's go back to
There's not going to be no wheels on his throne. Bro.
yeah, that's the
You know what I'm
chariot. Like, cause
So it must have the
he's a
vehicle,
big,
like,
yeah, he's a big. He's a big spirit. He's a big being. He's very big. You see how Jake is big, the basketball player. He's the angel that's what, 9 feet, 10 feet. That's nothing. That one is like big. So you're gonna come through him by chariot, but you got fire around him. His energy give a fire, man. His energy alone give a fire, bro.
That's why it's best to be hot in the spirit rather than warm.
Right, and
or
even
cold.
right. That's why he say either you're hot or you're cold. But don't be looking. Because when you're hot,
Spit you out.
you near to the Most High. Because the Most High himself, he's a hot fire. He's a fiery spirit.
But our people don't like fire, you're right.
And that's the reason why, even when you read Acts 2, what did you see? You see, let's say, about the tongue of fire. The Holy Spirit is a fiery spirit as well. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now go to Revelation, Revelation 1, and we're gonna read it 15. Read it, man. Talking about fire, so I have to bring that out.
Revelation,
I have to bring that information out, yeah.
1
And
verse
15.
Revelation 1 verse 15.
Yep, I'm ready to go. Let me know when you're ready, bro.
Revelation 1 verse 15. 1 verse 15.
Ready?
Yeah.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 1,
Right?
verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass,
Right?
and if they burned,
In the furnace.
Salakia, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice
Right?
as the sound of many waters.
You see that? So you gotta understand, right? So when you see that, that's because when you read Daniel 7 and 9,
Match yourself.
when Yahweh died and resurrected, he went to the Father. So when he went to the Father now, all right, that's what John was seeing. He was seeing fiery. So when we read that part, yes, it means that Yahweh is black and dark, but it means as well the spiritual is like it was fiery. Because he came fresh off the Father presence. He came fresh, and whoever goes into the Father presence, they come back, become dark because he has to deal with the fire, the energy fire.
That was Archangel.
That's why the energy. We're gonna go into it as well.
Archangel.
Oh yeah, we're gonna read it as well. We're gonna read it. The angel are dark is the reason why the dark like that. Yeah, we're gonna read it. But read that one quickly, and then we're gonna go to the angel part.
Read it again.
Yeah, read the part after that you read it.
And the feet are like ninjas, like a goat.
Huh?
Feet are like a goat. Like that.
Well, yes, because some angels have the different features.
You
They
got
have different
cherubim,
features.
you
You got the cherubim, you got the archangel, you got the cherubim, you got the normal angel, you see, you got the four faces creatures, you got the seraphim. So there's different spirits.
Yeah.
Even the term seraphim mean fire. You know that?
Allah.
The term seraphim mean fire, man. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People don't understand that's the reason why you're catching hell in this truth. When you catch hell, that's because the Most High loves you. People say, oh, I'm catching hell, God don't love me. You don't know. That's because you don't understand. You don't have, the Bible says, my people perish. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Have you seen that?
I got it.
So Yahweh Shai, when he came back from his father, what happened? Read Revelation 1 and 15.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 1, verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass, and as if they burned in a furnace.
You see that? As if they burn in the furnace.
And his voice,
right,
as the sound.
Right, yeah, that one, but that's the part I wanted to read. He came from Yahweh's presence. So what he looked like dark, man. For the fire, yes, now we're gonna see why the angels are dark, are black as well. Go to Ezekiel 1 and 27. You know, you see how they went from one point to the next point? And I didn't prepare that point, but it was important, it was necessary. That point was necessary, man. You know? Yeah, read it, man. Ezekiel 1 and 20. Oh, you're waiting for the grammar, yeah? Yeah, man. So this is the power we're dealing with, man. That's why every time tells you about, you know, acceptable men from the furnace of fire and things like that. 27. Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 27. Don't worry, you will pick it up. You will pick it up.
Headstrong, headstrong.
Headstrong, headstrong. You know that song of Jay-Z. These are not us. These are not life for us.
Yeah.
Steady,
And I saw the color of the amber.
we.
The appearance of the fire.
Alright, let him read it now. Let's follow. Let him read it now.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 1, verse 27. And I saw as the color of amber, as the appearance of fire round about.
Well, start at 26 then, if it's the case. What have you said 26 so we can understand the context?
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 1, verse 26. And above the firmament that was verse 26.
You know what a firmament is?
Yeah. Fire.
Firmament.
Outside the layers.
Verse 26. And above the firmament. Salakia. Firmament. Salakia again. Firmament. That was over their heads was the likeness of a throne.
You see that?
And the appearance of a sapphire stone.
Sapphire looks like what? Sapphire stone is brown, man. Read it. Yeah, read it. If I'm wrong, we're gonna correct it. Yeah, carry on.
Verse 26. And above the firmament that was over their heads was the likeness of a throne as the appearance of a sapphire stone. And upon the likeness of the throne was the likeness as the appearance of a man above it. As the appearance of a man upon it. Verse 27. And I saw the color of amber as the appearance of fire.
Right, it's like that. Sapphire with blue, but amber, carry on. Yeah.
As the appearance of fire round about within it, from the appearance of his loins, even upwards, and from the appearance of his loins, even downward, I saw, as it were, the appearance of fire, and it had brightness round about.
See that? So now go to the same chapter, verse 7.
Chapter 7, you say from
Yes.
the
No.
Ezekiel.
Chapter 1 and verse 7.
Let me know when you're there, bro.
Chapter 7, I'm there
No,
now.
chapter 1,
Oh, chapter 1.
verse 7.
Okay. Chapter 1, verse 7, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Ezekiel, chapter 1, verse 7. And their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot.
Yes.
Calf foot.
Oh,
And they sparkled like the color of a burnished
What?
brass.
And the sparkle like the color of what?
A burnished brass.
That's black. Brass is, so the sapphire is blue, right? Blue and yellow or something. We're going to double check. But that brass, what is brass? What's the color of brass?
right.
So you say sparkle, that means brass and fire. Just like Yahweh Shai. So Yahweh Shai actually, he looked like the angels. That's why he was dark. Okay? So being light skinned and that is actually a curse. But no, not really. Because we come into different shades. We come in different shades of brown. So we got a light brown, but the dark one.
But everyone prefers, like, not everyone, but a lot of people prefer light-skinned people over people who are of a lesser, of a darker colour.
I love all shades.
No.
I like
this
it.
kingdom.
No, yeah, this kingdom. But I like light skin, dark skin, in the middle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I like different types of women.
No. I'm talking
But I'm just
about
saying,
in the Bible.
in this kingdom,
Right.
and like people prefer light skin people over like dark skin people. But
Why do you think it's that?
It's just the way the kingdom is, isn't it?
But the system has taught them to hate themselves and anything like
But there's nothing wrong with being like, because
it's,
you know,
actually,
Blame Christianity.
it's actually beautiful.
let's speak in order. If we speak in
Sorry.
But it's actually beautiful to see a woman that's got like similar colour to the other.
right, dark, black woman,
Yeah,
dark.
yeah.
But at the same time, Henry VIII was what? He was bloody.
Yeah, like that rapper.
Spice Ice.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with being that way or whatever. King David looked like Henry VIII.
Swear.
Yeah. King David was ruddy. If you read the Bible, King David was ruddy, and when you go into the archives,
So we mean ruddy or
ruddy, R-U-D-D-Y or R-U-D-Y, ruddy.
Ready, yeah, I get it.
So they had that light, but Yahweh Shai was dark like the angels, man. Black like the angels.
After all, Mary was a black woman.
Yeah, they were black people, dark people, man. My point is this. You
It's
see
not
that
ashamed
the
to be dark
angel,
skinned, though.
nah,
It's not
it's a glory. Because Yahweh is like that, Yahweh Shai is like that, and the angels are like that.
So it's not nothing to be ashamed of or feel bad about.
Right, because when you're dark, that means you got fiery spirit, you got a fiery spirit on you.
And you-
The
and you're-
dark people, they're very strong.
More melanin as well.
They got, but that melanin represent the fire, man, the life.
Yeah.
Okay, the fire, the light, that's what you represent. Now,
beautiful,
go
isn't
to Isaiah 13 and 12, and I'm going to show you something. Because then that goat, why is she looking at me like that?
Which one?
She's on the thing that she's looking at me like, she can't look. But when I go to church, everyone will say like, why are you looking like that? Because she sees the prophet in the street. But if she talk about it, her husband will be like, what are you talking about? You don't want to go to
say that you
church
shall see your
anymore.
prophets and they should not be
Exactly.
hiding in temples.
That's right.
You'll see them.
That's right.
And
So
she
what are
can
they talking about? And she can see the men of the Lord, man.
Four corners of the earth. the men
Yeah,
of
but the way she was
earth
looking,
now.
she was looking like she was hating. But after I clocked that she wasn't hating, she was looking sideways because she didn't want the husband to see that she's looking at us. These chicks, man.
What verse?
Yeah, so not to say that the women look at me for. I'm talking about the fact that we are the prophet. She can see that. That's what I mean by that. In case someone want to translate somewhere, I mean, differently. So what are we reading now?
What verse? Isaiah 13.
And 12. What does he read? What does he say?
Yeah, man. Isaiah chapter 13.
Gotta be on fire, man, for these truths. You know, and fire means that you have revelation upon a revelation upon, like the Most High use you differently and things like that, you know. But the fire has to show the fire, man, the fire. You know, fire is light. You see, fire is light. That's why they use fire. Back in time, they used to use fire at night. That was the light. You know, the lamp and that's fire. You see, the foolish virgin, he didn't take care of that fire. The wise virgin took care of that fire. See, everything is to fire. For you to get to a certain level, fire. For you to be destroyed, fire. and funny enough, the second death is fire, by fire. But then the Most High is purifying us through fire. So everything is fire. Man.
Sometimes it's not just physical, it's not physical fire.
Yeah,
It's internal.
fire.
It's spiritual.
Yeah.
It's within the
Yeah, adversity is fire. Fire, put it this way. When you put fire on your skin, what happens? It burns. It burns, right?
Yeah.
Right, it's the same thing. It burns you. Adversity is not comfortable. That fire, that's it.
But what I'm talking about, it's like the fire within. We're talking about fire within us.
Yeah.
Which is the temple of Yahweh.
Yes.
And like it's not like pain, it's like a purification within.
Oh, okay, the fire, but no,
Within.
but the purification manifesting through trouble, through pain,
like,
through
that,
hardship.
that way too. But we're talking about different types of.
There's different type of fire.
types.
Yes.
It's spiritual.
Now, the reason why the Most High want us, you know, to go through fire, that's your type here. That's right. Don't worry, the Most High will give you the woman. But right now, the woman will be Sophia. You know Sophia?
It's dumb.
That's right. Alright, read it.
Well, verse 12, yeah? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13,
Right?
verse 12. I will make a man.
See that I will make, and this is why we're here, man. Because the end, the result will be that. Read it.
I will make a man
I will make a man
more precious
more precious,
than fine
more
gold.
precious than fine gold of
The fine gold, even
right,
a man
right.
than the golden wedge of Ophir.
You see that? Offer. And let me tell you something. The gold of Offer comes from the south of Africa, in that region of Zimbabwe. And that's where the Queen Sheba was. She came from the south, they from the south. She took it from there. Even when the ancient African map, you see the Offer, that region around Zimbabwe, all the way into South Africa.
What was eastern?
No, Zimbabwe is not. Yes, south, but yes, southeast, but still south, isn't it? You know what I mean? So, hey, that's how you know that, you know, the men of the Lord, they came from the West Coast, man. No, don't worry, man. Hey, this is what it is.
You just speak over for a minute.
You know? Yeah, this is what it is. Now, look, let's get back to Act 1 and 8. Because now that we got all of those elements of fire, that we must use it, man. You know, we must use it. Okay?
Acts chapter 1, yeah?
Act 1 and 8.
Chapter 1.
You know? Act 1 and 8, man. And then we're going to go back to Act 2 and 1 and we're going to read it again. You know? That's the fire, man. The Most High requires us to have fire so we can actually, you know, bring the truth, you know, in a way where, you know, these worldly guys will see like, wow, this brother on something, man. Not just standing and wearing, you know, the ephod.
You ready, yeah?
Don't just be a basic warrior of ephod. Make it count in your life. You know?
You ready?
Bring it out.
This is Acts chapter 1,
Right?
verse 8. But ye
Right?
shall receive power
But ye shall receive power, man.
after that
Right.
the Holy Ghost
After that, the Holy Ghost.
is come upon you.
You see that? So you have to desire the power of the Holy Ghost in your life in this truth, man. You can't just be a basic one. No. You gotta double up. You gotta double up until Yahweh shall return and double up, double up, double up. Show growth, show growth, show growth. Manifest the power Okay, now let's jump to Act 2 and 1, because we're going to see. Oh, you're finishing, let's jump to Act 2 and 1, man.
And ye shall be witnesses
Right?
unto me,
Right?
both in Jerusalem and in all Judea
Right?
and in Samaria
And in Samaria,
and unto the uttermost part
Right.
of the earth.
this is Europe, America, all over the Caribbean, Asia, West Africa, all over the place, man. And that's what the internet is doing. You know, you gotta understand that. Before we go into what we're going, I want you to read Psalm 19. Bring out the internet part. That's why right now they want to take us out of YouTube, but they cannot. All they can do is like, you know, strike us with this and that. But honestly, very soon it will come. But we must do the work before. You know, let me check that out and then so that you don't read it.
Psalm 19. Yeah.
Hold on,
Psalm
hold on.
19 and what?
Man, say,
We just gotta stay focused on it. And man beauty at the same time.
Yeah, man. But these girls, they're demons, bro, because they're like that. You don't understand what I'm
Must
talking
be a
about.
good
man.
one, a sweet one.
Yeah, I know, but these beautiful ones, they will give you trouble because you're not gonna be the one trying to hit that.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand the science.
competition, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Yeah. What was I reading? What did I want you to read?
Psalms 19. Can't rely on countenance alone, right? Can't only rely, choose a woman on her countenance.
And that's one thing about the truth as well.
Stuck in me
When I
still.
say let it work in you, it's
Yeah.
that. How do you choose your woman? Do you choose them spiritually or do you choose them carnally? Come on, man.
With wisdom
When the
as well,
brothers in the truth and tell me, oh, I saw these 10, it's funny to me. What are you talking about? Don't you know your reality of this society? A beautiful woman has at least 10 guys trying to hit her.
And today, bro, shame.
And today, all we see is the red bones. That's all we see. And funny enough, we spoke about, and you know that Queen Elizabeth looked like her. Queen Elizabeth looked like these red bone women as you see.
The recent Queen's mother.
Queen Elizabeth I, she was like that. Ruddy, red bone, with red hair. Just like High Spice.
Yeah?
Yes. The proof is in the proof. We got the document to prove it. It's out there, man. Right, so let me talk about the internet quickly before I carry on.
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah, read from 2.
Alright, 2, yeah.
2 all the way. All the way to 8. All the way to 8. 1 to 8. 2 to 8. Psalm 19, 2 to 8. And then we're going to come back to Acts.
Psalm 19, 2 to 8.
Verse 2 start. Verse 2 start.
Yeah. Day unto the day unto
Yeah.
Yeah, read it.
language.
Hold on. Bro, let's just follow it. Read it.
Yeah.
This is Psalms chapter 19, verse 2. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night sheweth knowledge. Wow, this is good. Verse 3. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard.
That's what's happening in the truth. The truth is practically everywhere. All you have to do is set up a channel. People are watching it everywhere, man. America, Europe, Africa, wherever, man. Right? GMS didn't have to go to all over the world to set up camps. They're staying in America, but trust me, GMS is everywhere, man.
Verse 4. Their light is gone out
You see that?
through all the earth,
You see that?
and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun.
You see that? Now, tell me, how did we know the truth? Or how do we know the truth right now? Internet, right? All over the internet. That's the internet. Carry on reading.
Verse 5. Which is the bridegroom,
Right?
which is as a bridegroom
Right?
coming out of his chamber,
Right?
and rejoicing as a strong man
Right?
to run a race.
Right? Read it.
Verse 6, his going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it,
Right?
and there is nothing hid from the heat thereof.
See that? Read
Verse
it.
7, the law of the Lord
Right?
is perfect,
Right?
converting the soul.
Right?
The testimony
Right.
of the Lord
Right?
is sure,
You see that?
making wise
Uh-huh.
the simple.
Making what? But we can stop here, man.
No, okay. And verse 8 is juicy though.
Okay, read it. Man say, look, juicy, juicy.
Verse 8,
Uh-huh.
the statutes
Right.
of the
The
Lord.
statue, the statues.
Oh, sorry. Verse 8, the statutes of the Lord are right,
Right?
rejoicing the heart.
Right?
The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes.
Right. So, thanks to the internet, you know, the word is everywhere. And what does the word do to her? I learned it through the internet.
It's spiritually cleansing from the wickedness and open your eyes.
You know what I'm saying? I learned it from the internet. You learn it through from seeing it out there. But if I didn't watch on the internet, and I didn't go to see the brother Ashan for him to teach me, and then I could come with the brother Abdar, do the work for a bit, and then come here and start doing the work on my own, you wouldn't see me.
It's nice. Oh.
You know what I mean? So, that's right, man. Now let's go back to Act 2, man. You know, let's get back to Act 2 and see what the power does, bro. When the power is on you, when the power is on you, become an oracle. And an oracle is a medium. It's like a prophet that hears what the Most High say and is able to break down and tell you about yourself, about who you are, the situation. This is what we're supposed to do to brothers. You're supposed to be an oracle to people around you, man.
True.
Not just being the truth and then causing confusion or just being like that. I'm in the truth. Just a warrior of equal. That's what you are. Going out and doing the work is just one part of it. You gotta grow, man. Alright, so read it, man. Act 2.
What verse?
This is that beautiful sister coming back again, bro. Yeah.
Bro,
She knows she's a sister.
nah, she's cute. What verse?
Yeah,
What verse?
All these things are
Act 2
happening
and
to take us
1.
up to see how serious we are about the
Yeah,
word.
yeah, of
So I
course.
understand it now.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like the bug out there. You understand? I understand everything now. It's kind of me.
Yeah.
I understand now. People started phoning my phones now when we're doing this now because people are understanding, bro, the time comes like, as much as, you know, like, I can't do a basic, I do it with love and respect, but I realize everyone's vibration and frequency is totally different.
Right. Can't. Read it, man.
What verse?
First Psalm 1. Psalm 1 and maybe some 6 or whatever. I want to make a point. Yeah.
This is Acts 2, chapter 1. And when the day of Pentecost
Right.
was fully come, they were all
Right.
with one accord
You see that?
in one place.
No.
Already.
No. Oh, I'm going to make a point. Don't worry. I was going to bring it back. You know the word we play with it, it comes
Acts
back. It
chapter
goes
what, 2?
2 and 1. Now, let me read something here. So I say, the principles like order and understanding were perfectly aligned. So that means in order for them to receive the power that we're about to read and they receive in Act 2, the order and understanding were perfectly aligned. They were really in sync with order and understanding. And that's what we're missing in this kingdom. Why? Because we're in Babylon. And Babylon means what?
Confusion.
Exactly. So a lot of brothers are confused, so they don't even know how to follow order, simple order. So I say, if you notice, prior to them receiving the Ruach Qadash power, they were all in one accord. They were all in sync. Now, there had to be a head, which is Peter, right?
Yeah.
So Peter was the head when Yahweh was
The
going.
rock of the church,
He was the rock of the church. He was the head. That's why Yahweh told Peter, if you love my sheep, feed them.
Feed them, yeah.
So Peter is the one who were at the top, but they had to listen to Peter. They had order, they had no problem listening to Peter at that time. Right? Now watch this.
So you had the keys as well.
Huh?
So Peter had the keys.
Yeah, the keys, and that showed that he came back. Who was he before he came back?
Henry.
Yeah, but who was he before?
Come on.
We spoke about that last time. King David, man. That's why he had the key, and that's why he was the head of the church. But when you go back to Amos 9:1, what does he say? He says, the tabernacle of David. Of David. La maison de David, like he said in French, the house of David. Right? So who's going to come back again and be the head of that house? The same guy. No. The same guy, but this time it's going to be Peter. That's why people who don't believe in reincarnation, it means that they don't have the unction flowing on top of their head. You gotta believe in reincarnation to be deep in this shoe. Otherwise, you're gonna get to a level and you're gonna be dry. Yeah. You know when something is dry? Like a dry tree, man.
Yeah, but
now a dry tree ain't gonna bear no fruits. That's just common sense, right? So it says this: if you know it's prior to then receiving the Rahaka, the Rahaka Qadash power, they were all in one accord. Now, there had to be a head, which is Peter, right? The lack of order is the reason why the Israelite camps, for the most part, are stuck in the basin. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the condition. 1 minute, obviously, but we know that that's the spirit of the Rastafari. Yeah. 1 minute he's wearing a little garment, boom, boom, boom. Second minute he's Rastafari. You know, the spirit is confusing. You have to pray for the brother. So in your spare time, when you pray, remember that brother and pray for him.
Sure. You need clarity.
You know, you need clarity.
Yeah,
you need clarity. He's under a strong delusion. Yeah. And as even here right now, I'm battling spirit as well. You don't think this thing is easy, bro? Battling spirit hard.
Well, he's showing you that he's not the only one battling the spirits. Everyone is.
Exactly.
So that was a thing from God to say that we will go through it.
Right. Exactly. That's a sign.
All kind of through it.
That's right.
As God's chosen people.
Battling spirit, as I read, man. So I say this: the lack of order is the reason why the Israelite camp, for the most part, are stuck in the basic, right? And I say, you see, everyone has a role in the group. Understanding that is a must. There cannot be two leaders. There is a speaker, a leader, a reader, an organizer, a pastor, a precept man, a counselor, etc., right? In order to get the power, we must already be oracles. Go to Exodus 28 and 30. We must be oracles, man. This is the next step, being an oracle, man. Okay? Peter was an oracle in his time and he did his thing.
28.
You know?
Verse 30.
28.
28 and 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, read it.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 28.
Yeah.
Verse 30. And thou shalt put in the breastplate, and thou shalt put in the breastplate of judgment, the Urim and the
Urim and the Tumim.
Urim and the Thummim.
The Urim and the Tumim.
Urim.
No, the Urim and the Tumim.
Urim.
Yeah, say that way. It's a Urim and the Urim and the Tumim.
It's not human, it's Urim.
No, but he says he means
I am.
but he means it's Urim. No, that's what my friend. I checked it. I'm a scholar. I checked it. Yes, but it's Urim. It's Urim and the Tumim. Alright, let me show you. I don't want to be talking too much. Let's go. Let me show you something. You know when I act like my French is superseding my talking shit. Let me show you something.
Boy, advanced.
They're bouncing, man. They're very healthy. Like,
Healthy, innit?
the way she dresses as well.
Yeah, she's
Damn,
healthy still.
have mercy on us now.
Bro.
Money, you want it.
Listen to these guys. Hold on. Pay attention, man. See, that's the urine, right?
What's going on?
Stop there.
I got my feet dirty, man. The whole time I have these things there.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
Damn,
I
man.
can understand.
It's a minor, bro. It's a minor, man. Don't worry.
I know, but now I want you to listen to that.
You put yourself
You don't listen to
there because you saw his son,
Alright,
because you
listen to
licked
this.
down someone. Why should it be sorry for you and you put yourself there in the first place? You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's not like
listen.
it's
It says all.
You swallow it. Right? So the urim and the tomb. Right? The urim and the tomb. Read it.
And thou shalt put in the breastplate of judgment the urim,
The urim, yeah?
the urim, and thummim,
And the tomb. So
and the tomb.
So this, it was like a white and a black stone that were put when the breastplate, the priest had a breastplate, right? They were wearing it.
It's an equal, innit?
Right, on the ephod they had the breastplate they were wearing. You got every stone that represented each shrine, right? And on both sides you had the black and white,
Yeah.
right?
Or stone.
Yes, black and white. That's why even the when you see the black and white checkers floor, that comes from the Levi.
Yeah.
But that's now the Mason took it.
Kind of chest as well, innit?
Yeah, the Freemason took it, but actually it belonged to the Levi,
Yeah.
right? And that's why the Holy Badger is the symbol of the Levi tribe. And the Holy Badger is what? Black and white. Right? So now the children knew it was meant for whenever you came to the priest and there was an issue, what's going to happen is that you come to them, you explain the issue, and they're going to speak. They're going to do a ritual, and the Most High will speak through the urim and the tomb. And then the message will be perceived, and then you're going to give the message.
Yeah.
So they were oracle. Any situation they were able to hear from the Most High through these two stones.
Yeah.
Now we are priests. We don't have the breastplate and that, but spiritually we're supposed to be an oracle. So those two stones represent oracle, being an oracle. So us men of the Lord, at some point in our walk, we have to be oracles, man. And oracles mean you can see someone telling you, yo, bro, I had a dream about you, this.
Yeah.
Be careful, don't do that. Even deeper, the brother Ashan is capable of looking at you, or
Innocent.
he will like
Innocent.
ask you certain things, essentially, and then he will be able to know who you are through the spirit.
He doesn't want you to know.
He's an oracle, man.
I was speaking about earlier, the gift of the spirit, innit?
Right.
Spiritual gifts.
This is what we're talking about. The truth is not just coming and wearing the ephod, bro.
It's about your mindset.
It's about where you're going, like spiritually, because you are a power entity, a power vessel, man. All right, now let's go. Let's check another example of that. Yeah, read it.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 28, verse 30.
Right?
And thou shalt put in the breastplate of judgment, the urim and the thummim, and they shall be upon Aaron's heart.
Right.
And when he goeth in before the Lord, and Aaron
Right.
shall bear the judgment of the children of Israel upon his heart before the Lord continually.
So this truth is no Christianity sitting there on the bench and playing hypocrite, you know. It's very spiritual. Yeah? Go to Numbers 27 and 21. Numbers 27 and 21.
21.
Let's see examples of that, of the Urim and the Thummim. The Urim and the Thummim.
Numbers what?
27 and 21.
Yeah. Go on, I got it.
Yeah, read it.
27 and 21.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 27, verse 21. And he shall stand before Eleazar the priest, who shall
Right?
ask counsel for him after the judgment of the room before the Lord.
See that?
At his word shall they go out, and at his word shall they and at his word they shall come in, both he and all the children of Israel with him, even all the congregation.
Right, so the Urim and the Thummim were very powerful instruments as far as judgment, as far as knowing the will of the Most High. And have consulted the Most High through those two stones before they did anything back in time. Now we represent the priesthood. Hey, Yahweh shall say, if you have faith, you will do more than what I did. So you go and tell me that this is it. Just coming over here and preaching, that's part of it. But in your everyday life, you have to grow, man. People, when you speak to people, that like this brother, even if they don't tell you that, like, this brother is a powerful guy. That's why you have to study. Don't be in a haste to try to teach or, no. Study.
Take time.
Take time and study, man. Because this is only a few hours. But from Monday to Friday and Sunday, you gotta live out here. You gotta use the wisdom to make it count out here, man. Or out there. This is the most important thing. Okay? This is the most important thing, man. So now, another example to show that David was using that. Go to 1 Samuel 23 and 9. 1 Samuel 23 and 9. First Samuel 23 and 9.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 23, verse 9. And David knew that Saul secretly practiced mischief against him.
Right?
And he said to Abiathar,
Right?
the priest,
Uh-huh.
bring hither the ephod.
See that? Bring either the ephod.
The ephod, yeah.
Right? Bring either the ephod. The ephod at that time was always with the breastplate.
Yeah.
So that's how they bring it.
The room on the some side, the ephod,
So you got the ephod.
and the room on the
You
some.
got the breastplate.
Yeah.
In the breastplate.
In
Oh,
the thing
in.
would be in the middle.
Yeah, you see
Yeah,
that? They
so-
got a little pocket in there,
yeah.
and they put the two stones, one
Two stones.
here and another
Just
one.
not showing both
That
sides.
shows right there. So now when they put it there, and then the prophet will do his ritual, and then whatever question they ask, they'll be able to know it through the
Mediator.
and then yes. This is what
The
when you
mediator.
when you go to the voodoo people, they have something you call like the.
Chicken.
I'll show you what it is. In West Africa, this is what they do. This is
Like
how you
what?
know that our people, this is our people, man.
They have like gemstones or
Yeah, those
Yeah.
things, and they throw it like that.
Yeah.
I will show you that.
bones and blood and like wicked ordinances, isn't it? Wickedness. Like you said, you got the left hand
This
side,
one.
you got the
Yo,
right hand
bro.
side.
This one.
You're right.
What's that? Review.
What one, Nick?
Oh, I start like
The shell.
yeah, is that like crabs? Like crab.
No, on the shells. This is you find them.
Seashells.
You find them in the You find them in the sea, in the water.
Yeah.
Right. So that when you go over there, you sit down and then do like that. The play over there like that. Then do the incantation, and then they're like, I see something. I see something in your life.
Yeah.
You need to sacrifice a white goat. Between the 2 weeks, you need to sacrifice a white goat. I see something. That took it from the priest. That's done on the left hand side. On the right hand side is the Urim and the Thummim. Now we don't have those things, but the Spirit make us and work through us now to edify brothers, to bless brother, to show things to brother, to guide brother, to teach brother, to make. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're supposed to be, man. Not just coming and bobbing along and oh yeah, I'm an Israelite. No, it's deeper than that, bro.
Not doing the works.
We gotta grow.
Yeah,
It's not just about the work. Who listens to us anyway?
Yeah, no.
How many views do you get on the internet?
49, 6900 at most.
Yeah, but that's nothing compared to how many Israelites there is in this world or in England. You understand what I'm saying? So we gotta do better. We gotta go deep into things, man.
Remember I said about the poster?
Right.
Child.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. Right? So now, let me read my my note say, that's why the priest had the urim and the tube on both sides of the breastplate to receive messages from Yahweh so they can judge the right way. Today, men of the Lord are supposed to be able to reveal things to brothers and sisters that will help them in the walk. All right, in the walk. Right in the path. Tell who they are individually. Give them the secret of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai. Give them tools to conquer the old man. So since Peter, being the head of the church, organized everything under the authority of the Holy Spirit for the disciples to have success, my question is this. Who is our Peter today to whom we ought to get out to go Slovakia to start something? But the Peter is around, but if we say this is Peter, they ain't gonna listen. They'll be like, who this guy think he is, man?
We have lack of belief in it.
Lack of belief, lack of faith, stubbornness. You know, they don't like the they don't want to accept the. But don't forgetting that the Moses ain't gonna come out of the throne and guide you. You know, but when you look into the history of our people, Moses came out, Joshua came out, King David, Paul, Yahweh. The Moses always used a man to carry out a task.
Yeah,
So we need to be under one leadership, but they're not going to understand. But you know what the Most High going to do? It's going to create a situation where everyone going to have to get down, man. They're going to have to follow the protocols, man. Okay? That's what's missing. People want to be in this shoe, but they don't understand that there is a protocol to follow, man. Humility, it takes humility to be under someone and respect his honor and his authority.
Definitely.
Right?
I'm sure there's more signs.
Now I say, it seems that we want the power, but without the order. And that would never happen. Those two go hand in hand. Now read 1 Corinthians 14 and 14. No. We should be glad that we're in this truth, man. We should be glad because it's very powerful. It's a school. It's very powerful, man.
14 verse 40, yeah?
Huh? 1 Corinthians 14, verse 40. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 14 and 14.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 14,
Right?
verse 40.
Bring that out.
Let all things
Right, let all things
be done
be done
decently
decently
and in order.
and in order. All right, and we like reading this precept, but what does it mean in practice?
Corinthians is
What does it mean in practice, man? Can someone elaborate and break it down like it's supposed to be? Does it just mean that, oh, when we camp, people have to be in order, or when we speak, we have to be in order? That we just mean that? It means something deeper than that, man. It talks about the leadership, it's about how we follow, you know, how we pattern it, like you know, like you say, how you pattern the thing. It has to be patterned right, man. How you patterning it, man? Can't be rebels, man. The most I love, before he took out the brother, us out in Egypt, he brought Moses and Aaron. Right? So we have to be under the, you know, so I say, being a disciple goes being a disciple goes into discipline, right? Which goes in being a stoic. Now, does anyone know what the term stoic means? Go to Google, type
is it
stoic.
like a stop? It's
Type it.
Marcus Aurelius,
Type it.
Plato.
We're almost
guys doing my
done.
head in, bro.
We're almost done, man. We're almost done.
Stoic, is it like the
I know
prophets,
you
brother?
guys, you know.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Stoic are like those who like preach motivation and wisdom and philosophy.
Just
know what story.
What's the story? You gotta realize, yeah, the Most High will punish everyone that's playing games around us. They don't understand that, but he will play, he will do that, man. There's no point chasing them out. They're free to be whatever they want to be. If they come around, that's different, but they're over there, let them be.
This is the definition of a stoic. Now, number one, a person who can endure pain
Right.
or hardship
You see?
without showing their feelings or complaining.
See that?
Number
A
two.
person, yeah, carry on.
Number two, a member of the ancient philosophy.
That's not where I want to go. So the first one is better. Read the first one again.
A stoic as a person who can endure pain or hardship without showing their feelings or complaining.
You see that? So that's the disciple right there, man. Can you go through and be beaten down, trampled down,
Yeah,
and still do?
yeah,
You can prove that.
Yeah,
You
still.
can prove that, bro. You come here every Saturday, you can do it.
No, but
You know?
even like when like mishaps happen,
Yeah.
I don't want to let the situation
Get to you.
get to me. Might not matter, innit?
Right, so I said, being a disciple goes in discipline, which goes to being a stoic, which goes into sticking to the rule, all right? Not having to let your emotional state, or emotional states make biblical decision based on how you feel at the time. So that's it, to be a disciple, man. So when you say I'm a disciple of Yahushua, you gotta prove it, man. Are you able to be under order? Are you able to see someone that comes and really understand who he is and really understand that, oh, he's here, for example, to guide you and things like that? But you need someone to help. Yahushua ain't gonna come down with you. He'll put someone in your life to help.
True.
Right? Now let's go to Proverbs 19 and 23. We're almost done, man. Yes. Proverbs 19 and 23, man. Proverbs 19 and 23.
Proverbs what? Proverbs what?
19 and 23.
19,
19 and
verse 23.
verse 23. The fear of the Lord.
Yep, that's it. Ready? This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 19, verse 23.
Right?
The fear of the Lord tendeth
Right?
to life, and he that hath it shall abide satisfied. He shall not be visited with evil.
You see that? So, listen, there's certain thing in this truth, like, that really you can use. I spoke about the Aesop buff. I spoke about that. That's the step, yeah? That's the step. So you need to go to Brixton next week, when you go to get my stuff. You need to get to Brixton and I'll show you what you can learn to have the buff, man. It will help, Let me read that, man.
So a prophetive to fear the Lord. A prophetive to fear the Lord.
Right. So when you fear the Lord, certain things start to happen to you in a good way. To show that about an Aesop, read Psalm 51 and 7. Psalm 51 and 7.
Book of Psalms, chapter 51, verse 7. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow.
Than snow, you see that? So Aesop, Yahweh came with the spiritual cleansing. But you can still have, because your body is a very strong thing. That's why people tattoo their body. When you tattoo your body, the tattoo means something. It connects you to an event to connect you to a memory, to a person, so on and so forth. It's an energy. So your body is a hub of energy, of feeling. So you've been through so many things in life. You've been through trauma, all of that. And when you watch yourself, when you watch yourself in Esau, you cleanse your body. You clean your body.
But it's good to be clean within, obviously.
Obviously, it goes hand in hand, man. It's the balance of the universe, in and out.
Yeah, inside,
Esau. I'll put you out there, yeah? About that. You know?
What's it, like a liquid or something?
Yeah, it's like it's Esau, you know? There's the oil and there's the bath, so you can use that and put it in your you need to buy a bucket though. You have a bucket.
You don't put it in the bath like straight, bro.
You can put it in your bath. You can open it, yes. And you chill in there, you wash shower, and then you pray. You clean your body and you open certain doors. And this is the secret that I'm giving you. It's the Prophet Hashem that gave it to you. And I'm sharing it. Because me, I'm not selfish. That's one thing about me. You know, I will share it. I will because I want us to be, you know, honestly, you have to be clean from inside. The word is the Aesop as well. You know, the word is the one that cleans you as well. But physically, you can be cleansed by Aesop as well. This is what our priests used to do. This is what our people used to do.
Esau.
It's real. Hysssop. So that's a saying, like, when we read Psalm 19 and 23, that's what these type of things bring that energy. You want to fear the Most High. You want to be about the Most High. No more distraction. If you do that most of the time, you see that certain energy won't even be able to come around you like that. You know, just like burning the incense, the frankincense and myrrh at home. It chases away demons. You know, let's go to Matthew 6 and 33. Matthew 6 and 33. Matthew 6 and 33. Matthew 6 and 33.
I'm typing in the name.
Matthew chapter 6.
Matthew is the first book of the New Testament. 6 and 33.
6 and what?
33.
33.
This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
Right, so the seeking of the kingdom is all of that, man. It's the way you behave in this truth, the way you conduct yourself. There's rituals to perform, there's prayers to do, there's keeping of the law, keeping of the Shabbat, there's things to do, things not to do. All of that is the kingdom. Once you do that, the Most High see that you're serious, and he will give you what you need, and even what you want in this society, or mostly what you need. All right, because your kingdom to come, that's why you're going to be blessed in your kingdom. But here, we give you what you need.
Needs over wants, isn't it?
Right. So now, let's go to Isaiah 11. Let's start at 2 to 5. 4, 5.
11, verse 2.
Isaiah 11.
Start 2 to 4, 5.
11 verse what?
2.
2. Yeah. The Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon me. The Spirit of the Lord.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 2. And the Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord. Verse 3. And shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of the Lord, and he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. Verse 4. But with righteousness shall he judge the poor, and reprove the equity for the meek of the earth. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked. Verse 5. And the righteousness shall be girdle of his loins, and faithfulness of the girdle of his reins.
Right. So this is what the truth.
That.
Yeah, this is the truth.
They heard that, right?
Yeah, they heard that. They heard that. I was thinking the same thing. They heard that. They heard that. That shit was. That shit was
I really don't want to play to the Monsieur. I'm telling you.
the bus. Yeah, man. So hey, the truth. There's rivers and rivers and rivers of wisdom that are available, man. You know what I mean? And you gotta be able to tap into it, bro. You know what I'm saying? We gotta tap into the wisdom, you know, that the Most High given us. You gotta be in the Bible. You gotta be studying. You gotta be meditating. You gotta be, you know, be willing to learn to the right. To listen and learn from the right spirit. You know, all of that is very important, man.
Holy Spirit.
You know. Now let's go to Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes, not Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiastes, you know, 7 and 19. Ecclesiastes 7 and 19. That will be our last precept. Ecclesiastes 7 and 19, man. Ecclesiastes 7 and 19.
Numbers, Jeremiah, Joshua, Kings, Isaiah, yeah.
Verse what? No, chapter what?
Chapter what?
Ecclesiastes 7, chapter 7, verse 19.
Verse 19.
Verse 19.
This word is deep.
Yeah. That's even deeper, but you have to go slow. You have to go slow, but it's deeper here. It's deeper knowledge.
For there
You have to
is
go
no
slow.
just man upon the earth that you sure I'm reading the right one?
That's the
I'm 7.
chapter 7, verse 19.
Yeah.
Sure, sir. Yeah, sorry. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 19.
No.
Wisdom strengtheneth the wise more than 10 mighty men which are in the city.
That's right. You see that?
Wisdom.
So when people say that, oh, wisdom and stability, so wisdom and knowledge shall build stability of that time, bro. It takes, you gotta get into it, you know. You gotta make it, you know, something that's, you gotta use it in your life to be intouchable, you know, through the spirit of Yahweh, man. By Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I'm saying? Wisdom makes you more strong than 10 mighty men. So when you got wisdom and you know how to use it, you can go to war with people that ain't gonna be able to have you because of the wisdom that you have. But it's actually something that is practice, it's knowledge, know how to move, know what to do, know to strengthen your body, know how to do this.
Overall, wisdom is better than knowledge, though, isn't it?
Huh?
Overall.
Yeah,
Wisdom's better than knowledge, isn't it?
okay. So,
It's the application of knowledge, isn't it?
so wisdom is the application of knowledge.
Yeah.
But in order to apply knowledge properly, you gotta have understanding.
Understanding, yeah.
Yeah, I love understanding, man.
So you got knowledge, you've got wisdom, but in between those two, you've got understanding.
Yeah.
Because if you got wisdom without understanding, you will go left. You won't be able to use the wisdom properly. That's why a lot of brothers, we need truth. Okay, we know that we're Israelite. We can sit down and explain to our people then, you know, what it is to be an Israelite. We can break down John 3:16. We can break down all of those things. We can prove things. That's one part. But then the next part is to be able to make it work in your everyday life. Make it work in your everyday life.
Work.
You know? So hopefully you were edified. That's the school, man. You know, make it work. This is the school of pragmatic, practical knowledge. But the truth is practical. You know why? Because our power, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai himself is practical. Alright? So with that, we'll turn to the east. Hopefully you were edified. We'll turn to the east. And we'll give all praises. Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Baha, Badash, Kwadash, man. Death to Babylon. Shalom, Israel. Shalom.
Oh, man.